Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel, guys. To everything. On this tutorial, we're going to learn how to the procedure that is involved in adoption of a child in Nigeria legally. We're going to look at the procedure for adoption of a child in Nigeria legally. You know, this particular article is also on this website. You know, called resolution law ng.com. resolutionlawng.com. So that's where you can get this information. So, but for you to know, I want to also read what is obtainable there. Say adoption practice in Nigeria. In Nigeria, adoption may be effected under the statutory law. However, as with all adoption procedures, rules differ from state to state. Adoptive parents must foster their child for at least 3 months in Lagos, but must foster for at least 1 year in Akwa Ibom. Abuja allows adoption if and only if one parent is Nigerian. For adoption to take place, the court is vested with powers to grant an adoption order depending on the type of adoption taking place. The court also has the right to cancel an adoption process if it thinks or gets reports that the adoptive parents apply under pressure. So, adoption process for the Nigerian residents. The law in most parts of the country provides that an application for an adoption order must be made in the prescribed form and submitted to the registrar of the competent court. Section 116 of the Child Rights Law of Lagos State 2015 makes provision as to the application for adoption, which is the effect that application is made in prescribed form and accompanied with 1. The marriage certificate of a sworn declaration of marriage. 2. The birth certificate of sworn declaration of age of each applicant. 3. 2 passport photographs of each applicant. 4. A medical certificate of fitness of the application from a government hospital. And 5. Such other documents requirements and information as the court may require for the purpose of adoption. Then, in practice, the adopter cannot make this application to the court on his own without the consent of the government welfare agency or department. In Lagos State, for example, the government department responsible for such a process is the Ministry of Youth and Social Development located in Ikeja in Lagos. On receipt of the application, the court will give an order of investigation to be conducted by social welfare officers, supervision officers, and any other person as the court may determine to assess the stability of the applicant as an adopter and of the child to be adopted. The court may appoint a guardian ad item for the juvenile to represent him or her in the adoption proceeding. The person appointed as the guardian ad litem is the welfare officer in charge of the area where the juvenile resides, as a probation officer or some other persons suitable qualified in the opinion of the court for the assignment. So these are the requirements. So, adoption process for the foreign seeking to adopt Nigerian child. So for any foreigner, if you just a lot of processes are involved, but I'll give you some of the major ones. If you're foreigner and want to adopt a Nigerian child, for any foreigner or any Nigerian citizen residing abroad to adopt any child in Nigeria, such foreigner must do so through an international adoption agency or local foundation. Some of the adoption agencies and foundations are based in Nigeria, and many of them are abroad. While in the United States of America, citizens seeking to adopt a child in Nigeria must commence the process through an adoption agency based in the US. Most citizens of other countries cannot commence the process using either local or foreign agency or any foundation based in Nigeria. In conclusion, the process of adoption in Nigeria states usually commence with the letter of application to the government, number 1. So you always commence with the letter of application to the government welfare department, number 1, usually the Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Number 2, it then proceeds to the identification of the child or juvenile to be adopted. That's number 2. If the adoption involves identifiable relative, there will be no recourse to the orphanage anymore. The process will move to the family court for an order of adoption through the appropriate agency of government which is the Ministry of Youth and Social Development. So these are the requirements. If you want to read more, just come to this website called resolutionlaw.ng.com to get more details and more facts on how a child can be adopted in Nigeria legally. Thanks for watching the video. I believe I've given you an insight of what you are searching for. If you don't mind, you can make your comments with the comment box below. Do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red button below or the link in the description box to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching our video. See you in my next video. Bye and God bless you.